Good morning. This is day 57 of the Outside Freak Challenge. I'm Z, and yeah, what a morning. It's just been a perfect morning. I had to put the tarp up in order to get the warmth that I need without having to use like my double sleeping bag system. So now, yep, down to 130-degree bag, and the tarp, or the fly. Perfect combo. Cold soaking. So I did the big gear switch. Part of the big gear switch was getting set up for summer. And for the first time, I'm trying cold soaking. If you don't know what cold soaking is, it's instead of cooking your food, you soak it. Yeah, you just soak it in water. And usually it takes a couple hours, like cold soaking coffee with really fine grind takes about 2 hours. And other than being cold, it's really delicious. I'm using steel cut oats. I think I might go back to regular oats. I let those soak overnight. Put some dried fruits in there. Tastes really good, but I think the regular oats would taste better. I think steel cut oats seem to need to be cooked. I meant to get couscous, but mistakenly picked up quinoa. Yeah, quinoa doesn't work very well for cold soaking. Essentially, quick cooking rice, like minute rice, anything that's somewhat quick cooking, you can cold soak. And so far, so good. And I really dig not having to have fuel or carry a stove, although I have a little alcohol stove. It weighs nothing, but But the fuel does weigh something, so. If you were following me, following the Jackery saga, I had decided to put the E-Moto back into the warehouse along with the Jackery 1000. The Jackery wasn't charging up all the way, so when I went into town to do the gear exchange, I plugged it in, and I think it had to be plugged in for like 3 hours or so before it started charging again. So I plugged into a wall outlet. So yeah, so the Jackery works fine now. I don't know why it's doing that. It may be because charging the e-bike or the E-Moto might be a little bit too much and throws the balance of the batteries off, perhaps. But yeah, good news. The Jackery is still working. Right before I started videoing, there was just a whole murder of crows making a ruckus. Now they stopped. There's a difference between like what I'm doing and, let's say, somebody that's camping or somebody that's hiking or somebody that's homeless. The big difference is mostly there is more time spent in the tent, getting away from the bugs while you're trying to do things. There is more time spent at base camp, but that's sort of like a home or maybe a trail angel's house or something. You know what I mean? It's the equivalent of. In other words, when you're hiking or camping, you're eventually going to go home and to a warm bed and back to your normal life, where this is my normal life. I'm not traveling through the area. I'm actually living in the area. I'm moving around, yes, but I'm living in the wilderness. And I'm not really necessarily looking at, going back into sticks and bricks. Not if I can help it. If you haven't guessed already, I'm not a big fan of sticks and bricks and houses. Not a big fan of cars. So I'm sure there's some of you out there that, don't get me wrong. I enjoy houses now and then, and I enjoy cars. I especially enjoy the function that they serve. But whenever possible, I'd much prefer living in the wilderness, being away from large groups of people. And even large groups of people I don't have a problem with, but just not all the time, you know. Oh, the video I did a couple videos back with Wayne, if you saw, he had a microphone on. But the DJI Mic Mini, every once in a while, a mic likes to turn off. It's done it often. It's done it enough times to, be a pain in the butt. So my apologies to Wayne and those of you that were trying to hear him. I wanted to do it again, but Wayne, he didn't want to do a second take. So, we just have to make sure that the light is on the microphones before we record. Yeah, so if you get these, or if you already have these DJI mics, yeah, well, you probably already know, right? But if you're thinking about getting them, they're great mics. I now wonder about the Hollyland mics because that's their big competition. But yeah, you got to make sure that the lights are on, and or else you're not going to have any audio. This is day, you know what day it is. It's getting up to the numbers that I don't even know. I don't know those numbers. We're getting up to those numbers. Let me know if you think I should keep doing these daily videos, which, by the way, are now coming out the following day. I think that's the way YouTube wants you to do it. So yes, they're coming out the following day. I was doing them on the same day. I thought that was kind of cool. But let me know, do you think I should be doing these videos every day, or do you think I should maybe do like a highlight once or twice a week? Let me know down in the comments below. Have you ever been out in the wilderness for any length of time? If so, let me know down in the comments below. How long do you think I could stay out here in the wilderness before one thing or another prevents me from continuing on? I don't know. I'll see you tomorrow.